Hey, what is going on? Yes, it's your girl, Miss Straight Talk, No Sugar Added, and continuing this 16 video series on Who's Your Baggage, Releasing the Dead Weight. Um, Hopefully, if you've watched a couple of these videos, you are getting some nuggets from them, a perspective that you could take with you to kind of move forward. We're talking about releasing the dead weight of uh, grudges, blame, low self-esteem, insecurity, shame, procrastination. But today, my friends, we are talking about grudges. Woo! Who you holding a grudge against? Come on, you can tell me. I won't tell nobody. Who are you holding that grudge against? I need you to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let me tell you something. Grudge, using the word grudge, is nothing but a fancy word for unforgiveness. That's pretty much all it is. It is unforgiveness. We hold grudges because somebody upset us. We hold grudges because we didn't get our way. We hold grudges. Sometimes we hold grudges for something somebody did to somebody else. It wasn't even something that they did to us. We mad at our cousin's cousin because of how they treated our auntie's auntie. And we don't even really know what the situation was about, but just because they hold the grudge, they mad about something. Hey, that is unhealthy. I'm just here to tell you it is absolutely unhealthy. So let me just say it in the formal term. Unforgiveness is just holding on to something, waiting on someone to change. But I want to talk to you about the forgiveness of it all, because whatever you're holding a grudge about, releasing forgiveness will release the grudge. Because then it's all done. You're like, you know what? I'm over it. And see, I know sometimes we say things like, well, I'm not holding a grudge. I'm over it. I just don't do that person, or I just don't. No, because if you still got that kind of energy, then that means that you're still holding a grudge. And I say this, before you hold a grudge, how about having a conversation? Have a conversation about the matter. And if you agree that you're going to disagree and that y'all going to kind of keep distance, then at least there's a mutual agreement. There's nothing to be upset about because words have been said. I'll give you a perfect example. I had something that happened to me a couple of months ago, and it was a situation where someone had something happen in their life, and I, along something very traumatic, and I, along with other people, were there, for them during this situation. And then an event came about where the other people were invited, or there was something that went on, and I wasn't included. And I was kind of in my feelings about it. I'm going to admit, like, I was in my feelings about it. I wouldn't have been able to attend, but I wasn't even asked. And so I walked around for like almost 2 weeks, like acting real stank. How you get that stank attitude, like, your whole nose is twisted up, eyebrows all crunched in and everything, mouth scowled. And because I really had to wait to have the conversation, because I know how I can come off, and I didn't really want it to come off really bad where it will be combative. I just wanted to be able to say my piece. So eventually I got around to having the conversation, and we kind of got the air cleared. And I had to kind of give myself time, because I would have went in for the juggler. And sometimes, and I'm going to say this, I want you to lean into what I'm about to say to you right now. Sometimes we have to preserve relationships or connections because God has a plan for that. So sometimes there are people that come in our lives and it has nothing to do with our intentional energy. It has a lot to do with his divine intervention. So we can't be thrown away relationships because we think we don't need them. We don't know why he placed that person or those persons in our life. And so sometimes we have to preserve the relationship that God has put in place, not so much what we put in place. So, we had the conversation, and, things kind of went on. But I just want to say it's all about forgiveness, because once I let it go, like, I really had kind of forgot about the whole situation. Now, let me say this, and I know you've heard this before. Forgiveness does not mean that you've forgotten or you excuse the behavior. Forgiveness means that you're not going to hold anything. You're not going to allow anything to harbor in your heart. You're not going to allow that energy to impact your life. And so there may be some people that you need to forgive, so that you can let go of the grudge that you're holding on to. And these people may have passed on. If they passed on, if they're no longer in your life and you have no way of getting in touch with them, you know what? Just say, God, help me to find forgiveness in my heart for this person, for this situation, and then let it go. And if you're able to have a conversation to come to an amicable understanding, then do that. It's like it's just too ugly. And then sometimes it's not even about forgiving another person. Sometimes we have a hard time forgiving ourselves. We have a hard time forgiving ourselves for things that we've done or things we haven't done. I say this to you, my friends, my friends, my friends, my friends. Let it go, because we have to remember we're in different stages of life. You know, we were infants, we were toddlers, we were preteens, we were teens, we were young adults, and now we just some old age folks. Okay. Um, and we made decisions that weren't good for us. And maybe we didn't make decisions that would have been good for us. We can't stay in the past and harbor on that. We have to stand flat footed where we are right now and say, what am I going to do with the time that I have now? What am I going to do with what the gift of life I have been given at this moment? Because I want to live my best life. I want to flourish. I want to do great things. I want to be healthy. But we can't be healthy if we're holding on to, like I said in other videos, anger and blame and this stuff that's weighing us down. We may not be hunched over like this, but it's keeping us from elevating to the next level where we're supposed to go. So that forgiveness of self, let it go. You know, I know sometimes, you know, especially young people, I was one of those people, you know, we have a baby when we're teenagers, and we tend to hold on to like that shame and guilt and all this other stuff. And I'm going to talk about those in other videos coming up. But, you know, I would beat myself down. Like, how can I let myself this happen? How can I? But one day you just have to wake up and say, you know what? This is where I am. This is what's happening. And how can I be the best mother that I can be? And that's all you can do. How can I be the best father? How can I be the best at whatever? All I'm saying is you have to let it go. And there are benefits to forgiveness. Um, you never know, because sometimes people don't really know we mad at them. They don't even really know what happened. And that's why it's necessary to have conversations. But we want to have these self conversations. So we have conversations with people that ain't got nothing to do with the matter. And they're adding fuel to the fire and just adding more to it. But you got to live your life in. You have got to live your life and make the best. You can't be letting other people get in your ear, because see, other people have their own agendas, and then they try to impress their agendas upon you. And now you mad at something that ain't got nothing to do with you. You mad about people you don't even know. I see this happen in politics and all the time. Like, you get mad. I don't know those people. I don't know those people, and I'm not going to let another pundit put their opinion of a person on me. That's what happens with our friends. That's what happens with our family. When somebody's mad at somebody else, they want everybody to be mad. Nah, be your own individual. That's a free thinker right there. Be your own individual. And so, you know, the benefit of it is that you get to live a healthier life. Like, you get to flourish. You get to like move in. And I'm going to tell y'all, if you take the steps and do the self-awareness, that, because I can't give you the actual steps, because I don't know your actual situation. I'm not a therapist. I'm just here to give you a perspective. But if you feel that you need help in these areas, then I encourage you to definitely go and seek professional help so that you can get through it. But I assure you that when you let these things go, you will feel so much lighter. You'll think clearer. You will have a whole way of thinking clearer. Your body will thank you for it. Your immune system will thank you for it. The stress that you're putting on yourself, and stress is a big one. Like, stress is the mother of all of this. It's the mother of all of this. And I don't want anybody to go into another day, another month, another year holding on to stuff that is not serving them, because that's the question I'm asking every video is, how is this serving you? How is holding a grudge and being unforgiving serving you? If you're waking up headaches and sick and all this other stuff going on in your body, you can't think straight, got brain fog, like, it could be a contributing factor. So I'm hoping that you got some kind of a nugget out of this, and you'll sit back and maybe you'll reach out to somebody and you'll ask for forgiveness, or maybe you need to be forgiven, because it could be somebody need to forgive you because you've done some stuff. You ain't perfect. You are not perfect. We are not perfect. We've done some stuff that's offended other people, and maybe there need to be clearness from us to them. So whatever it is, I can only ask that you would search your hearts, do some self-awareness. And so like this video, subscribe, share it with at least 5, 10, 15, 100 people. Subscribe to the channel. You can find me on social media platforms under Miss Straight Talk or Miss Straight Talk No Sugar Added. And my website is bestraightup.com. So I'm looking forward to talking to you again. Take care. Bye-bye.